Hi.
Hi.
This is our expo group, and we're going to ask you some questions about yourself and your job here in East Hartford High.
Okay.
So, you ready?
I'm ready.
Alright, our first question is, what is your background here? What is your background?
As a social worker?
Yes.
Okay. I guess I'll start with high school. I decided in high school that I was going to go to college and major in psychology. So I left high school and I went to Eastern Connecticut State University and majored in psychology. And then after I graduated with a bachelor's there, I went off to UConn for my master's. And after I got my master's in social work, I then did some supervision for a couple of years and became a licensed clinical social worker. So that's my background in social work.
Since we consider you our expert, we'd like to ask them, how are you helping us with our app?
Well, not too long ago you approached me and asked if I would talk with you about how teenagers deal with the different levels of stress in their lives. So we spent some time talking about how to relieve stress, and so that's how I was helping you by talking with that about that.
What is your day like during East Hartford High School?
A typical day at East Hartford High?
Yeah.
They vary, but generally I mostly see students individually for counseling. So I'll have appointments throughout the day, and I'll see an individual for maybe a half an hour or 40 minutes. Sometimes I do groups, and also sometimes I do family counseling as well. And during a typical day, there are generally meetings I go to with the school, with the guidance counselors and administrators and so forth. But a typical day is basically individual counseling, some meetings, and sometimes some crisis intervention as well.
What is more effective with helping relieving stress?
What is most effective in helping to relieve stress? You know, it is a bit individual for each person, depending on what the stress is. But for the most part, I think what teenagers over time have said have been most helpful is talking with friends, coming to counseling. I see, every student I see here is based on some sort of stress level in their life, some sort of stressor. So talking with somebody about what they're stressed about is important, talking to a friend. And there are a lot of other ways to relieve stress as well, like exercise, music, writing in a journal, that kind of thing.
What would you say to a student dealing with stress, like family stress, relationship stress, and academic stress?
If it's family stress, I would talk with them about what the problem is initially, and a lot of times I do role playing with students on how to talk to their parent or guardian or their sibling. So if they're upset about something specific, we'll role play how to talk to the person about the stress and hopefully relieve it. So that's with family. Relationship stress? Again, similar. If there's a problem in the relationship, I would help the student talk about the feelings they're having about it, and then to go to the other person so they can work on communication skills.
And academic stress?
Academic stress, that happens a lot. Oftentimes I talk to the student about organizational skills, because that's a lot of times what's getting in the way. Not having an agenda with specific things to write down about homework, and also working on study skills, staying after school for extra help, ways they can utilize their time at night doing homework, balancing the fun parts of being with friends and watching TV, but also doing homework. So kind of using a strategy on how to take care of the academic stuff. Staying after for extra help is a big one with teachers.
Well, on behalf of our STEM group would like to say thank you for helping us
You're
with this.
welcome.
And we really appreciate your information. Thank you.
Yeah, you're very welcome. Thanks for asking. I appreciate it.